I'm with Jill at the Oregon Garden in Silverton, and we're in the pet-friendly garden. So we're going to learn all about how to make our gardens more friendly to our pets.
Yeah, this garden is all about how plants and pets can coexist in the garden. So we've given you some ideas on things that you can do in your landscape to allow your dog or cat to be able to coexist with the plants in your yard. So
it's just not about them eating the plants, about making a space for them.
Exactly. So if you're maybe moving into a new house, you might want to let your pet, observe your pet in the backyard, see where they're making trails, and accommodate the pet versus creating new paths. See where they're creating paths and then accommodate them by putting in flagstone path, something that they won't be able to dig up as a pathway. True. And also having edible plant materials in your garden, such as edible like apples, or we have gooseberry here. We also have blueberries and kiwi, something that you can enjoy and also your pet can enjoy. And if you have something, a prized plant that you just have to have, and you know that your pet's going to really enjoy that plant too, you might want to think about putting some decorative pickets around that plant. Like right here, we have a few surrounding the fringe flower here that's a little bit delicate, and that way it tells your pet, maybe your pet runs into this picket before it actually hits your plant. And
so it's a pretty barrier.
Exactly, something very decorative, and it also serves a purpose of protecting your plant material.
What if they have like a favorite place to dig? Is there something that we could do there?
If your pet has a favorite place to dig, I would recommend just going with it and not stopping them from that, but maybe putting some sort of material in there, like some big round rock that it's okay for them to dig in. Maybe they can dig down and find a cool space. And the round rock's really easy to smooth back over, and it's decorative as well, as opposed to just having soil, turned up all over the place.
Right. So it's working with their behaviors instead of working against it, and then everybody can have a good time in the garden.
Exactly.
Instead of you yelling all the time at your animals.
That's right.
So I know that the Oregon Garden is also pet friendly, so you can bring your dog on a leash and kind of stroll with them.
Yes, and this is a great place to bring your pet and just to observe their behavior here. We have water feature, and we recommend not using any harsh chemicals in the water feature, so that your dog could maybe go for a bath in there.
That'd be fun.
Go for a swim, and your cat can drink out of the water feature. It's also a great place for birds and frogs to migrate.
It's everybody.
Exactly.
And I noticed that there's some nice informational signs, and they have paw prints on them, so that you could see some ideas that way too.
Yeah, we have about 8 or so signs throughout the garden, kind of explaining different ideas, and each one has a print. It either has a dog or a cat or both, and print on them, which tells you, which animal this technique will work for.
Yeah. And I know at the beginning of the garden there's a little kiosk and information, and then there's a handout. So if you want to know about toxic plants, you do give some information on that, so you can come to the garden and pick it up.
Exactly. There's a huge list of toxic plants on that list, and there's more toxic plants that are on there, but that's just a few plants to maybe stay away from.
Well, thanks for all the ideas. It's always a question on how to work with a dog in a garden or a cat in a garden, so you've really given us a lot of good tips. Thanks so much.
Thank you.